everybody and welcome to my video getting tidier. So I said that I'd show you my video of sorting out all my grate and cleaning everything up. So here is that video. So you can see where things are beforehand. I always like this time of the year because spring's on the way, and I can also create some space by putting all the furniture for the fire away back in my shed. So I have partly cleaned it out. You can see that container full of the ashes from the fire. So I've got two big baskets that will be able to be put away in the shed, and then the container that I have a lot of my wood in, and also some coal, and then my coal scuttle, along with all the little shovels, little brushes, everything can go outside my back door and then be put into the shed. You'll see me cleaning all the way around the outside around the edge of the fireplace, as well as all of the surround. So I dust all of it down. It's a bit of a spring clean, really. So I did quite a lot yesterday. I managed to do all the things that I posted a video, and then this took me quite some time. You can see I've fast forwarded this video quite a lot. But it's just nice to be done, and also just be done before we go away on holiday. A few of you have made some nice comments about my lounge. I do like this room. The rug is a vintage one that was left in the house when we moved in. I really liked it. It's a bit worn, but I like the design of it. I like the style of it. I think it's from around the 1950s. I'm not quite so certain. The sofas have got a story in themselves, because we spent absolutely ages looking for a design of sofas or armchairs that we wanted, and it took ages. We eventually went to a shop and we sat in the seats in the shop. We found the seats to be very comfortable. They looked like they were hard wearing, etc, etc. Anyway, we bought 2 chairs and a sofa. The chairs really were far too big, but kind of after we bought them, you just go with it, don't you? Anyway, very soon, I sat on one chair, my husband sat on the other. Very soon, when you sat down, you could hear like the board hitting in the side of the arm. And then also this sort of gap appeared as you sat on the settee. And we'd only sat on the chair. We'd only sat on the chair for like 2 months, and the cushions were all like bowed, even though I plumped them up and everything. They looked like they were, several years old. So we contacted the manufacturer several times. They sent somebody out to repair them. Unfortunately, that was all. My mother-in-law was here at the time, and I can remember he took it all apart, and you saw this like hardboard, chipboard type thing. You think you bought a quality item for the price you paid, and actually you see how it's all put together. Anyway, when he then tried to repair it and tuck all the fabric back in, there was like this big hole, and I found him a bit, what's the word? I don't know, I'd be wary of him. I mean, I'm thankful I wasn't here in the house by myself, to be honest. My mother-in-law, I said to my mother-in-law, look, there's like a big hole there now. That wasn't like that before. And she said, oh, that's fine, because the man was still there. And then when he then left, she said, cool, yeah, there is a big hole there, isn't it? I said, how come you didn't say that when the man was actually here? Now he's gone now. Anyway, that got progressively worse. The seats were really poor condition. I went through, we've got good legislation to protect us and protect our consumer rights. So I went through trading standards, who are very supportive. They told me what to write. And we ended up being able to send the 2 chairs back, and we got a replacement sofa instead. I said that I wasn't happy with the quality of the seats. The sofas are much, much better quality. So yeah, the chairs went back. But obviously it's a lot of faff, isn't it, having to go through all of that? A lot of faff indeed. So the other thing that I have to do with the fire is that there'll be candle wax, which will be kind of hardened on all the way around the fire. So I scrape all that off where the candles have dripped. And you'll see a close-up where I've cleaned one part and the other part is left to clean. As soon as you obviously wet, it looks much worse than what it started with, because as soon as you wet the candle wax and you've got the ash around there, it all looks black and very, very messy. Now, I don't usually use my little handheld hoover on the fireplace, and I certainly wouldn't use the ends. You see, I take the end off, and then I just go, well, after I've swept it out as much as possible, I go round just picking up the last bits. And then what you'll see me do is, because then it's got a lot of dust in it, I will then go around the carpet and just to try and get different type of, how to explain it, because it's like a lot of like very, very light dust. You don't want to damage the hoover, so you don't want it full of all that dust. So I just went round and got hoovered on the rug. That's obviously a different type of material, and that settles the dust down rather than the dust going wild in the canister. It's a bit difficult to explain, but I just went round to kind of, fill up the hoover with some other stuff to keep the light ash dust from flying around. So I also go and I take these out, both the baskets, and that's good because it already creates a bit of space in my lounge. And then I get a damp cloth and I use some vinegar again on my tiles. The tiles come up really nicely. I am looking at my cabinet as I'm watching the video back and doing this voiceover and thinking about how much stuff I have in that cabinet. It really does look like I've got a lot of things. And like we talked about before, they're all things that I really like. But boy, does that look like I've got a lot of stuff sitting there, all piled up, doesn't it? I guess it's how the light's reflecting on it as well. I do still plan to take the bowl and the plates and put into my dining room. That's what I'd like to do. And then I can space out some of my ornaments a bit more, can't I? The Steiff pandas are an investment. Steiff is a very collectible type of handmade bear, and I've talked about them before. I know I've been to the Steiff factory in Germany a few times. They're absolutely beautiful toys. They're not really meant to play with. They are meant to put on a shelf, really. My daughter's got a little tiny panda that she's had from her very first Christmas, so when she was a few months old. And that's like all worn because she spent so much time just holding it in her hand. One time we were pushing the pram along and suddenly the pram wheels stopped working, and we looked down and Noodle, that's the name of the little panda bear, was stuck in the wheels. I'm so thankful he got stuck in the wheels, otherwise he'd just fall on the floor, wouldn't he? But after that experience I got some spares because I thought, oh, how dreadful that would be. Nowadays Noodle doesn't leave the house, he stays in bed. That's the best thing, really, isn't it? Because it's absolutely awful if you lose a toy which a child loves and has had for a long time. So I'm working and cleaning all that front grate bit. That does require quite a lot of work, and it's quite difficult to get the wax off. So I end up going backwards and forwards to the sink, just to clean all the cloth. What I could have probably done, to be honest, is bring a small pot of water in here. Then I could have rinsed it out, but I'm always a bit nervous about that. Knocking over and falling everywhere on the wooden floor, which wouldn't be great. You can see there's more wax there. I'm just scraping off with a knife. And I guess fairly soon I need to put away my Mother's Day cards and my handmade soap that I got, because they're all on the mantelpiece there. Mother's Day was about a month ago, wasn't it? So I guess I need to put all them away. There's also a Christmas card up there, but that's because my daughter's friends came round for a play date and brought a Christmas card and a Christmas present. So we felt obliged to stand the Christmas card up for a little while. So here I'm just cleaning out part of the sort of the furniture around the fire. I want, you know those people that come round and clean your ovens and all your oven trays and everything with some sort of solution? I thought they could probably do that with my furniture, or, you know, the pieces that go around the fire. Somebody did ask me they said about my lovely fireplaces and had I looked about repairing the tiles. Now they didn't know this, so I didn't not take offence, so don't worry about that. But that is a bit of a sore point, because there are a couple of tiles missing. Thankfully they're hidden by the items that go around the front of the fire. I have tried to get replacement tiles. I have looked online. I have looked at reclaim yards, and you just can't seem to get that colour. It is such a shame because, yes, I would like to completely repair it. Also, some of the little side curved ones are slightly marked and there are a couple of small chips. The chips aren't so obvious unless you know it like I do, but yes, I would like to get them replaced. And then you'll see here the close-up of the section that I've done, the section that I've really scrubbed and cleaned. You can see a couple of little chips there. You can see the missing tiles, you see, and then this bit which I still need to clean. But that bit with the missing tiles is completely covered up by my fire surround. But I'd love to get it all repaired. Absolutely, super idea. You can see how nice the tiles come up though, can't you? But I don't tend to do a big clean on this throughout the use of the fire because it just gets dirty so quickly. And you could spend all that time cleaning it all up and then you use the fire the next day and it's all back the same. So that's why I guess I've got more work to do than normal, because I've got to clean off a few months worth of candle wax and ash. Okay, so now it's time just to go through a few comments from some of my subscribers. So Carolyn said she agreed I should be happy when anything leaves the house, because I'm making space and clearing things. Karen agreed. She said that I'm really building my decluttering muscles. Thank you for your support. Simone Boo, she's from Germany and she said that she liked my videos, and her husband's from England and they used to live here for 12 years and both her daughters were born here. So I'm guessing they're bilingual, are they, Simone? Do they speak German and English? Wow, that's super. Tracy Ralph 8947, she says that she also uses white vinegar, and she says especially good for the windows, so thank you for that. Andrea and Firefly 18 said that they would both like one of my washcloths, so look out when I get to 2,000 followers, I'm going to be giving away one of my washcloths. Firefly is a new follower from Michigan, so you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. She says that she finds my videos inspirational and my voice is calming. Oh, that's very nice to hear. Barbara Palmore 898752, she says that she really enjoyed seeing the beautiful English countryside and the beautiful houses and she likes watching my videos. Thank you very much. And then lastly for today, Chaos Organised said thank you very much for the video, and I kept her company while she did some late night ironing. Wow, that's nice to hear. So we're tidying up and getting things sorted together. And then at the end of the video, you'll see the before and after and the difference that I've made. It's really nice to have some space back and have it all nice and cleaned. And then I thought I'd make you laugh with a little clip from the other day with my daughter in the wheelbarrow and my husband doing the wheelbarrow race. I hope you're all well and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!